was a time above, a time before. There were perfect things, diamond absolutes. Things fall, things on earth. And the falls is fallen, 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 fallen.
Release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut.
Why, hello there. Why, hello there. Why, hello there. Welcome to TY's TV Corner, our daily show. Sorta, sometimes daily, semi-daily. But I'm a little late tonight, but I got my coffee. Got my coffee ready. I got a couple things to talk about. Ready. Got it all ready. My hair's growing in. It's getting better. My hair grows fast, so I'm pretty happy. Hello, Caden. Hello, everybody. Shout out to Caden and Nikki, by the way, Nikki DePalma, for being our first. Well, so they were our first two patrons. We have two more now, but for some reason they want to be anonymous, so I can't include them in the list. But here they are. So everyone will get a microphone. Everyone will get their name, except those two anonymous people. For some reason, they don't want me to. So that's okay. We don't have to do that. We can just say that they're there in spirit. How's everyone doing today? I heard Zack Snyder took to Vero, shared some image. I don't think it was that important of an image. Not pretty much a throwaway image, nothing crazy. I didn't see it online. 200,052.25 times by the time that I was on my way to somewhere and back, asking, what I thought of it or what it means. Listen, I don't know what it means. I kind of got the vibe. All right, let's take a look at it, I suppose. I guess we could do that first. I wanted to talk about it in length, but so I have a couple things that I'd like to say on it. If you look at it pretty closely, does it not look like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker? It kind of does. It does. I'm not getting a whole Jared Leto Joker vibe there. And I think that's so first off, I think that's a good thing, right? I think that's a good thing that it doesn't look like the Jared Leto's Joker that we saw in the theatrical cut of Suicide Squad. This is so much cooler. The surgical gloves, the bloody trademark Joker card, holding it between his two fingers, like that Heath Ledger style or comic book style. The really, really white face with the dark shadow around his head kind of seems like it's longer hair, or at least, that Heath Ledger. I hate to bring that up, or the Joaquin Phoenix hair. And then what seems like a surgical suit, or a straitjacket. I'm loving it though. I'm loving it. How do you guys feel about it? I'm definitely getting okay. So yeah, it's a nightmare look. I just think that that's super cool. First off, I think it's interesting that he I don't think it's interesting that he blurred out Joker. I think he did that on purpose. He's not going to give everything away. I think he gave enough away by having the card there and like, you know, a blurry image of Joker in the background as to keep some things secret and some things still a mystery, which, I mean, you as a director, you can't go giving everything away. That's understandable. However, I mean, if this is going to be the nightmare look, I was definitely expecting something more along the lines of like a Mad Max look. Like, you know, when we see Batman in BVS, what is up, Gavin? When we see Batman in BVS, he's got the what do they call them? Dust jackets, like the cool looking, you know, leathery style with the grunge kind of feel. It's a little bit weathered, it's a little bit torn, it's dirty. I was kind of hoping maybe something for more along that look, you know, like Joker Akimbo, like you can see that he has got like 2 pistols on his waist, you know, like rocking like every weapon he possibly could. This maybe we just don't see it all. Maybe we just don't see it all. But he's definitely got like some surgical gloves on, which I thought was an interesting look, especially if this is the nightmare version of Joker. You know, not just the Joker that piles around Gotham City, you know, and tears things up. So it's a very interesting picture. It's a very interesting picture. And it seems like whatever Zack Snyder does, it blows up the internet. It definitely blows up the internet. What is up, my man, Ill Life? It's whatever Zack puts out there. It's like wildfire in California. It just spreads and spreads and takes to the internet, kingdom, and just whatever else is going on that day just is completely obscure at that point. I mean, because Disney Plus, Duster, that's called a Duster. That's what it's called. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. So, you know, Disney Plus put out a couple of big things today. However, you rarely see it because everybody's talking about what the Joker image is and what the Joker is and how he fits into the story and what he'll be doing and this and that and that. And I'm okay with that, right? I love me some Zack Snyder's Justice League. But I think that us as a pop culture fandom, not just a DC fandom, not just a Marvel fandom, not just a Naruto fandom, not just a Dragon Ball fandom, whatever your fandom is, I think as a pop culture fandom, I think we just have to be happy to be blessed to be in a period of time where you can look left and you can look right and see all your favorite characters coming to the screens, coming to live action, or in some form, I mean, for anime, coming into these bigger formats or bigger budgets. You know, it's an interesting time to be a nerd, and it's definitely more mainstream where you have general audiences sharing pictures of the Joker or sharing pictures of Killmonger because he just got his own series greenlit on Disney Plus, rumored. I think it's such a cool thing because, I mean, if we're looking pre-Dark Knight right now, pre-Dark Knight, pre-Iron Man, pre-Incredible Hulk, it was very few and far in between for comic book films. We would get one every couple of years, and it would be a solo property. It would be something that wasn't going, maybe it would have a sequel or two sequels, but it would not be in this connected universe or in such a fashion where, you know, it's such a high caliber film that, you know, they spend this enormous amount of money to make it. And the production, like, it's just such a good time. And I think we should all rejoice and we should all be happy that we are living in such a golden age of graphic novel, comic book, novel adaptation, and all of our favorite characters are being realized in such a big way. And it's so beautiful. And I'm so happy. I really am. I am so happy. So guys, before we jump into, because I still have more to say about the whole Zack Snyder's thing. Let's do a little bit of this. I kind of wanted one of his eyes to be an 8-ball, like in some horrifying comics. Yeah, that's an image I wouldn't mind seeing. Yo, you watch Dragon Ball too? I have. Anime isn't my thing. I'll be honest with you. Anime is not like my favorite, but I am trying to do my best to get into it. Ridley 1313 he's a guy I used to work with really back in the day at my second job, which was McDonald's, and I was his manager. I was his coworker, then I was his manager, and he would always try to get me to watch all these animes and all these things, and I'd always shut him down and be like, no, I'm never going to watch that. I'm never going to watch it. I'm never going to watch it. It's not my thing. However, now I am a little bit more sympathetic. Not sympathetic. I don't think that's the correct word. I'm a little bit more open to content, and I'm a little bit more open to watching different things and gaining a different perspective, whether I'm watching it just for this show and being able to talk about it, or I'm watching it because a friend asked me to, so we could talk about it. Whatever it is the case, whatever the case is, yeah, I have a better understanding of it, and I'm getting better at it. So stick with me. Right now, I just started Attack on Titan because I hear that it's one of those animes that you can, if you're a noob, or what does Justice call them? A normie, then it's an easy transition. Dragon Ball Z is also an easy transition, but it was very over the top for me. And it was so over the top at some points where I have a hard time as it is with cartoons. So I'm trying, I promise. Right. Knowing how much Zack has already pulled from the New 52, I think in Nightmare Times, it's possible that in past Joker has already cut his face off and healed from a Lazarus pit. And that's why the tats are gone. You know what? Any way they can explain that the tattoos are gone, I'm in. Count me in. Count me in. Because that's all I have to say. Just count me in, because I'm all in on that. Killmonger was the best MCU villain. Can't wait. I wouldn't not say he was the best MCU villain. I think I'm gonna have to give that to Thanos because and then Loki, and then Killmonger. I just wasn't a fan of Black Panther with the CGI and the heavy CGI fight scenes. Black Panther's a little bit overrated in my mind, but that's okay because I'm just one person. Killmonger was amazing. There was a point in the film where I kind of wanted him to win. I'll be honest. I'm with you on that. Wait, there's a Killmonger spinoff? All that announced was Kingdom of Wakanda, a royal drama. Yeah, no. After that, several sources were reporting that there is a Killmonger spinoff with Michael B. Jordan in the works. Again, I don't think it's confirmed by any means, but it makes sense. If you'd like to do a little digging and prove me wrong, I'd be more than happy to say I was wrong. But, from what I saw, it was from a source that I trust enough where I could mention it. You're going to try Attack on Titan, though. Yep, I just said that. You can just call me. Okay, I guess. Where was I? All right. Alrighty. Let's do a little housekeeping. Okay? Let's do a little housekeeping. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Jack and I just finished. Well, Jack and I just had a meeting yesterday about our new project that I was speaking about last time I was live. The one that has to do with Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I do want to say that it's coming along so well. We have now attached someone who may or may not be in the Snyder Cut. Who knows? I can't say that exactly. I think one of you. Yeah, I think the only person I've told is one person. One person I've told. He might be here. He might be commenting. Who knows? But he's not going to say anything because that would ruin the surprise. But yes, we did attach. Maybe I don't know why I just said that, but we did attach maybe someone who's in the Snyder Cut. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. So we'll see how that goes. So Winter Soldier was best MCU villain in my opinion, even though he's a good guy now. But in Winter Soldier, yeah, I think Winter Soldier was a great villain. It just, you kind of knew he wasn't going to continue being a villain. I think if I were to say the villain of the Winter Soldier movie was Hydra. I don't think you could say Winter Soldier was the villain of that story. I think Hydra was more or less the villain. And the Winter Soldier was their puppet. The Bucky as an unhypnotized person, he would not have committed those acts. So he was technically the villain, but I think on a grand scale of the things, Hydra was the villain. Ray Porter, I don't know. I guess you'll have to see and find out. Wait and find out. Please don't ask Ray Porter if he is in this because I don't think he would be cool with that. Not that it is Ray Porter. It might be Ray Fisher. Who knows? It might be Zach. Who knows? It might be Walter Hamada. I'm just kidding. That's not true. Don't quote me on that. It could be anyone, but let's not dwell on that. I just wanted to let you guys know that we have attached someone to the project. So we will not be narrating it. Someone else will be narrating it. And I think that goes a long way for what we're trying to do. So I just want to give you guys an update. Make sure you're subscribed, ring that notification bell. Ring that notification bell. If you're watching on Facebook, just go to YouTube and subscribe. I don't know why you're watching on Facebook. We have to put it there though, because we have to. But we have so much more. Let's get into it. What else we got here? Listen, HBO Max is not advertising at this year's Super Bowl. Wow, that's a blurry picture. I thought that was much clearer when I made this. Ugh, gross. But HBO Max, as well as multiple other studios, companies, and you name it. Wow, that's an even worse picture. Dude, those were super not like that when I made those. Wow, that was terrible. Ew. Don't scrub that from your brain. But yes, so HBO Max, what that basically means is we're not going to get any Snyder Cut footage. We're not going to get any Godzilla vs. Kong footage, I don't think, unless Warner Brothers puts it out alone. But I don't see Warner Brothers advertising if HBO Max isn't. So that's interesting. It's very interesting, I think, because the Super Bowl is one of those places where advertisements are everything. To see so many companies pull out, especially at a time when people will watch the Super Bowl in like record numbers, most likely because everyone's home. Not that they wouldn't be home. It's a Sunday, but you know what I mean. I think people are bored. I don't know how the NFL's numbers. Actually, maybe they won't do record numbers. Maybe they won't. I don't know, because I haven't watched a single football game this year. That's because I've lost interest in every single thing except Zack Snyder Justice League and other movies, but mostly Zack Snyder Justice League. But I mean, I really I like football. I'm a Raiders fan. Oakland. Well, I mean, it's Las Vegas. And before it was Las Vegas, and before it was, not Las Vegas, LA, the Raiders have been everywhere, but, I wouldn't call myself a diehard football fan, but I like it a lot. I love it. I love when people hit each other and you get amped up. But I haven't watched a single game this year. So maybe that's what they're Maybe they took like some polls or something if on whether people are going to watch the Super Bowl this year, and a lot of them said no. So totally agree. Hydra was the villain. Yes, Nick. Yes, that's true. Good point. I also kind of think Bucky is more ruthless and a better fighter when he was under Hydra. Yeah, he was definitely more ruthless, for sure. For sure. That's my favorite MCU movie too. I'm so partial to it. Listen, Winter Soldier is my favorite movie as well. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Winter Soldier is right up there with me for about. So my top 3 movies are in order: The Titanic. Use that to make fun of me if you want, but it holds a special place in my heart. So The Titanic, BVS Ultimate Edition, and then Winter Soldier. Those are my top 3, and I don't think anyone will ever come close, except maybe the Snyder cut might take the top spot. Might take the top spot. Who knows? The fight scenes in Winter Soldier are top notch. That's exactly like I went into. Oh my God, Nick. I went into Winter Soldier like with not hesitation. I don't want to call it hesitation, but after the first Avenger and then the Avengers, Cap was being portrayed as like a Boy Scout. And yes, he is a Boy Scout, but it was almost like too much of a Boy Scout. And then that opening scene in Winter Soldier just changed the game. When they jump out of the fighter pilot or the fighter jet and get onto the Hydra taking over. Well, no, the what's his name took over the boat. It was Hydra, right? Hydra took over the boat. I don't know who took over. Well, no, S.H.I.E.L.D. technically took it over, but then it ended up being that Hydra was S.H.I.E.L.D. and blah 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 blah, and like there was some twists and turns. But that scene alone, that like when Cap jumps into the boat and he's throwing the shield and he's taking 3, 4, 5 people out at a time, and then he's just straight up goes head to head in a dogfight with what's his name, George Batroc. Like, my God, I was like this. During that whole sequence. Like that one sequence at the beginning of Winter Soldier took everything we had seen before with Captain America and just kicked it the fuck out of your mind. You just saw this new absolute badass Captain America who didn't give one fuck. Well, you know, he totally gave one fuck, but still, just one of the, like, I still get tingly when I watch Winter Soldier, that opening sequence. It's unreal. And I was huge Russo fan. I was a huge Russo brothers fan. I love Community. They took a sitcom style show with Community and did better action sequences than most action films. Like the paintball episodes of Community are, oh my God, they're just something else. Like it's absolutely crazy. All right, what else we got here? Zack Snyder, justly confirmed to be R-rated. Yeah, I thought we already knew that. Maybe it was actually confirmed by Zach today. But yeah, I mean, I think the R rating is gonna really push it over the top as far as like what we see and how it's seen. Also, I do have to let you guys know something. So I right now I am working out 2 guests. One of them is a visual effects artist who worked on Zack Snyder's Justice League and Godzilla vs. Kong. And I am actively trying to get this person on. They answered me today and said they just have to clear it with Warner Brothers. So things are looking good. Things are looking good for that. I'm really excited. This person, the work that they did on Godzilla vs. Kong, just from the trailers, Zack Snyder Justice League. Like, you can just tell that this person knows what they're doing. And I think it's going to be a really cool interview if we do get this person on to talk. We can't ask her any. Damn it. Damn it. We can't ask this person any questions about what was in the film, anything that we haven't seen or don't know. We can't ask this person anything too deep, but we can talk about her life and career. I just did it again. It's so hard. It's harder than you think. We can talk about the life and career and what it's like to be a visual effects artist in Hollywood. And I think that's going to be really fun. I really do. And I mean, Godzilla vs. Kong also worked on that. So that's relevant because we're trying to do something with Showcase Cinemas for Godzilla vs. Kong. So it all just kind of fits perfectly with the vision that we want. So I'm really excited about that. What else we got here? All right. Some new set photos from Thor: Love and Thunder. They're showing off the Guardians pretty heavily. I kind of liking what I'm seeing with Thor with the vest. By the way, is it just me or is everyone wearing red and black all of a sudden? Is that like a new theme? Red and black. All right, with the exception of Nebula. She got her normal gig on. But let's play this one more time. Tell me if this is weird that you see if you're seeing what I'm seeing here. Is there a theme? All right, so not this picture, but the next one. All right. Red and black on both of them. Really, right, themed. And then and then we get some more red and black. And then Nebula just doing Nebula things. Looks like she's got some little fan or coffee cup in her hand. The set photos are pretty cool. We're definitely getting we're getting fit Thor with the long hair again. Last time we saw Thor, he was chubby. He was fat Thor or overweight Thor. If we want to be politically correct, he was overweight Thor. And he was a little bit of an alcoholic. Definitely can understand that little vibe going there. But are you happy or are you not happy? Are you going to miss overweight Thor? Are you not going to miss overweight Thor? Are you happy Guardians of the Galaxy are going to be in this film? I think it's a great addition. I think that whole, the chemistry that we got from Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth, I think it was much more refreshing than, say, some of the other chemistry that we got in that film. So I'm really happy that the Guardians as a whole are going to play a part in Thor. I just think it's going to be really cool. And I think it's a great addition to have Thor with some friends rather than just a solo film. I mean, solo films are great. He's had his 3 solo films. This one we can kind of explore other options. We can team up. We can kind of branch off and, not do an Avengers story, but still have a lot of characters in it. So I think this is a really good idea. I really do. I think this is a good idea. I can't wait to see Christian Bale as the God Butcher. I think he's one of, if not the best Thor villain as far as like absolute awesomeness goes. And I think it's going to fit perfect. I'm not too crazy about the Natalie Portman thing. Not too crazy about her taking over as Thor, even just for one movie. I know she will not be Thor forever. And I know that this is a temporary thing, but we haven't seen Natalie in so long. We haven't seen her since Thor: The Dark World. And how are they going to introduce her back into the light? Recently in WandaVision, we've got Darcy. So we got Darcy Lewis before we got Jane Foster. I just think it's really weird. And I think they're going to have to explain it the right way in order for fans to be happy with that. It just seems like Natalie Portman abandoned the MCU. And I know why. She wasn't happy with being like the damsel in distress, the love interest. She also wasn't happy about some of the script revisions, and that Patty Jenkins didn't get to direct Thor 2. So there are a lot of reasons why she did leave. I just think like the story needs to do a good job of making us understand why she's back, and why Thor, because, from what we've heard, Thor and that Jane broke up, and, Thor is doing other things, and now they're going to bring her back. And I guess I'm interested to see how they do it. I guess. It's the best Black Widow movie, in my opinion, too. What? Winter Soldier. Yeah, Black Widow was amazing in Winter Soldier. Amy, question mark? I don't know. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss Chubby Thor. I just want to see Christian Bale in motion capture shoot. Yep. Gavin, right, spot on. Disney Plus show seems like a great place to bring back B characters like Darcy. And I do agree. Disney Plus gives you avenues to explore that the movies can't do, right? With long form television or long form storytelling, you have so much more opportunity to bring back characters that maybe don't need to be in a movie or don't serve a purpose in a film. And they really should have been TV characters the whole time. However, we didn't have Disney Plus, right? So Darcy being on WandaVision, and I think she's great in it, right? Just the episode that we saw, I was super, I laughed a lot at what Darcy was doing. Darcy's always been a fun character to watch, and I'm really glad that she's there. You excited for Fantastic? Come on, man. Is that even a question? You excited for Fantastic Four with Secret Invasion coming out near the same time? I wonder if Super Skrull is the villain. I don't think it will be Doom again. Listen, words can't describe how excited I am for the Fantastic Four. I've been waiting for them to get this movie right I think for as long as everybody else has, if not longer. I remember going to see the Josh Trank or the Foxes, because I don't think it was Josh Trank's cut, but Josh Trank's, theatrical cut of Fantastic Flop. And I wanted to scratch my eyes out from beginning. Like, I was constantly waiting for something good to happen. And I feel so bad that Michael B. Jordan was in that movie. I'm so sorry. But look what he went on to do. And he was somewhat reprised, I guess, right? Somewhat fulfilled in his destiny. It seems like Human Torch is a good stepping point, because when you play Human Torch, not the Human Torch. Jesus Christ. Where's my brain today? Where's my brain? It seems like when you play is Johnny, right? His name's Johnny, right? Why am I like super confused in this right now? But yeah, so it seems like when you play that character, you either become something great, and that's awesome, right? Cap. Chris Evans became Cap. Michael B. Jordan became Killmonger. And why am I still blanking on this? Because it's aggravating me now. But I will say this. All right. I was about to say Johnny Blaze. And then my mind was like, bro, what are you doing? Who's that? And then, I just started questioning myself. And there's a camera and some lights. I got a little nervous. Just kidding. I didn't get nervous, but I was like, it's Sue Storm. Yeah, not a good time. So what else was I talking about? So I'm excited for Fantastic Four. Yes. I am a little bit questioning the whole secret, like, if you're going to do the Secret Invasion storyline or Secret Wars, is a TV show Is that where you do it? Is that, because think about that. I feel like that is a whole saga. Now, I don't know if the MCU's version, kind of like Civil War, is going to be a dialed back version of it. Obviously, Civil War, the comic book run, was much, much larger. It expanded across several storylines. It expanded across several characters and the whole Marvel Comics world. The MCU's version took the Civil War story, shrunk it down, and made it fit the MCU. Now, is that what we're doing with the invasion storyline with the Skrulls? Because if so, are we going to find out that like one or two characters were Skrulls the whole time? Or are we going to find out that all these people were Skrulls, yet they don't appear in the show as well? So I'm just a little confused on if that's going to be a good idea. And listen, I could be just, making a big deal out of nothing. I really could. I'm a little bit skeptical. I really am. I am a little bit skeptical. All right. So let's jump into the comments here. Okay. I think Jane as Lady Thor could possibly be joining the new Avengers. All right. Yeah. That could be cool. Bring me on the show, please. Bring you on the show, please. I don't understand. What show do you want to get brought on? Where's Jack? Jack, where are you? I don't know, Jack. Someone call him. Where is he? I love Darcy. She is hilarious. It was my favorite thing of both Thor movies. Listen, yeah, Darcy's awesome. And I think her comedic gold, her timing is impeccable. I think her timing is absolutely fantastic. I think that she brings some right when we saw her in WandaVision in the truck when they were going to the camp, right away I knew. I was like, all right, this is gonna be a good episode. Darcy's here. She's gonna bring some comedic gold. And then Jimmy Woo's character, their little chemistry that they had, it worked so well. And then I think Darcy, when she brought the new assistant on, I thought that was the funniest thing. Because Jane's assistant now had an assistant, and she was just ordering that kid around, and it just made me laugh so hard. John Krasinski is Reed Richards, spelled with 2 E's, by the way. I think that is great, but if you bring John Krasinski in, I think you do need the Blunt. I think you need his wife to come in and play his wife too, because I think that's a duo casting that everyone wants to see again. I'm a huge fan of what's that silent movie? God, I'm just having such a bad night. Someone's gonna correct me right now. Come on, where is it? The part 2 is coming out. It's silence. No one speaks with them. All right, no one's got it for me, huh? Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is, guys. I see how it is. All right. Honestly, new Avengers don't look too hot. Wouldn't be surprised if Thunderbolts destroy them. Bruh, I am more excited about the Thunderbolts than I am the new Avengers. Because I think the Thunderbolts have been so... I think the addition of Thunderbolt Ross from the beginning, that's always been a good idea, right? The Thunderbolts eventually, right? A lot of Thunderbolt Ross's motivations lead towards the Thunderbolts happening. And after failed attempts at recreating the serum that made Captain America, the super soldier serum, after so many failed attempts, I think that's what could tie him to Black Widow as well. So I think that the Red Room is experimenting with said super soldier serum. So I think the Thunderbolts are not, I don't think they're I don't think they're like a percentage, like if it's going to happen. I think it's when. And I think the Thunderbolts are going to be such a good addition to the MCU. I really wouldn't mind seeing a Thunderbolts show at this point. Anthony, yes. Michael B. Jordan is now living proof that you die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. I like that. New Avengers might not happen for a while. I don't think so. Johnny Storm, thank you for that, by the way. I think Secret Invasion show makes sense to set up for Captain Marvel 2. Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong. I think Secret Invasion is regardless of how the MCU does it, I think it'll be done well. I'm just worried that they might be loading the gun too soon on it. I think that I think I would rather a full-fledged like 3-film arc for Secret Invasion rather than a Disney Plus series. Yeah, for what I've heard, it's better as a series. All right. Whatever, guys. Civil War was all right. Still pissed Crossbones died in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, that was terrible. No. You're killing me, Smalls. Listen, Josh, I'll be honest with you, man. I have no idea who you are. So you asked me to bring you on. I really don't know who you are. So I what do you want me to do, man? It's not my fault, I swear. A Quiet Place. Jesus. I can't believe I didn't remember that. All right, so we're gonna do this again. Where's Jack Sheriff? Listen, I don't know. I do not know where Jack is. He's the producer of the show. He doesn't always have to be here. This is live, yes. In fact, it is. That's fair. I'm sorry, Josh. Listen, if you want to get to me, if you ask Gavin, if you ask Caden, or anyone else, I am a very nice person. I would honestly let you on. I just don't know who you are. This is the first time I ever saw you in the comments. We do have a Patreon program. If you do like the show, you get to be on one stream a month. And like I said, it's just the first time I've ever heard you. So I'm very skeptical about bringing people on that I don't, or I haven't ever met before, or at least talked to in some form or fashion. I do love everybody though. In the Pop Culture Corner, we pride ourselves as a place for everybody. Whether you're blue, black, green, yellow, boy, girl, alien, rhino, whatever you want. We're here for everybody. And you don't have to apologize. Thunderbolts team prediction. Taskmaster, U.S. Agent, Abomination, and you can't think of any others. I think those are 3 great starts. That's a great start. You think U.S. Agent though, huh? All right. That's awesome. Taskmaster. Here's a prediction. And I said this, by the way, the newest episode of Pop Culture Corner podcast is out now. We did shoot it with multiple cameras this week. We had a lot of fun on the new set. As you can see behind me, I did finish a lot of it. We got another couple more shelves here and some more stuff. This camera doesn't show the whole angle, but I have a couple racks to both sides of me as well. So it's all finished now. It's all finished. And the LED lights go all across now and don't stop halfway. So I was pretty excited about that. What was I going to say about that other thing? The Thunderbolts. Now I kind of forget what I was saying. Damn. Oh, Taskmaster, I think, is going to be played by a woman. I think they're going to gender swap. I think that they're going to gender swap Taskmaster because Taskmaster is in charge of the Red Room now, or has infiltrated the Red Room. And I think she is going to have a gripe with the Red Room because she was one of the Red Room, or she grew up there. So that's my prediction. It also gives Black Widow a female counterpart. And if anything, politically correct, the world that we live in, I do think that is a good way to draw female audiences in, as well as, maintain your reputation as a diverse studio. So I think it's going to happen. I think Taskmaster will be the head of the Red Room, if anything. And I do think that that's going to be a great reveal. Taskmaster, such a cool villain, such an underrated villain that I think the MCU is going to bring a new light and a new spirit to Taskmaster. Ooh, Justin Hammer and Ghost Leader for Thunderbolts. Yeah. But Justin Hammer is kind of a dork. Okay, I will. Do you think it would get wet? No. Nope, I do not. I don't. Nah. If we were going to get Black Widow on if we were going to get Black Widow on, what do they call it? Disney Premier Access or something like that? Disney's Premier Access. I think they would have already pulled the trigger on it. They had a great opportunity about a month ago when they got everyone hyped at that the investors call, when they released like 30 some odd projects. The Marvel hype was real. If they were smart, they would have immediately followed that with a Black Widow Premier Access debut and charged everyone the fee, whatever, kind of like Milan, and I can guarantee everyone would pay for it. I'd say if you released it tomorrow, you'd still kill it. But they do not. Disney and Marvel Studios are very, very old school when it comes to their films. And I do not think they want to lose. I don't think they want to take the gamble and possibly lose any money on it, since making the film in the first place was a little bit of a risk for them. The Black Widow movie, I don't think anyone needed it, right? There were a lot of people asking for it at the time. I think there was a lot of people that wanted her to get her own solo movie. Then they killed her. And then we got a solo movie. So this was a risk from jump, doing this whole Black Widow movie. And now I just don't think they want to pull that. I do think they want to separate Disney Plus from the theatrical. And they don't want to. Yes, there'll be crossovers. Yes, there'll be cameos. But if it's a film, it will have to be theatrical. If it's a Disney Plus series and it's a long form story, they'll release that on Disney Plus. I don't think there'll be any middle ground in that sense of it. I think Taskmaster is Black Widow's love interest from S.H.I.E.L.D. in this film. Very comic book. Black Widow's love interest from S.H.I.E.L.D.? I didn't think about that. My buddy Jack the Trivia at the Hop Angle, and I bartended there. You and I have been a great night talking about all the best stuff. Let's talk and set something up. I promise it would be fun. All right, sounds fun. I'm down. Let's talk WandaVision. I hope Bernthal Punisher is on the team at some point, and Deadpool. We just did a top 10. So we just did a top 10 video. Big Drip is supposed to be releasing that any time soon, sometime soon. I just sent him the thumbnail, and one of the top 10s does have to do with John Bernthal's Punisher coming into the MCU in some form or fashion. So I do think stay tuned for that, and you'll get our views on where we stand on the Punisher. And I think Deadpool, I think that's a no-brainer, right? I don't think Deadpool will be an Avenger. I think they're going to use him slightly differently in a slightly different capacity. And I think that's going to be, done very well. I do. I really, 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 really do. So let's get on this train. So Disney and Marvel have greenlit a Wakanda series and potentially a Killmonger series with Michael B. Jordan reprising his role. I'd like to get your thoughts on that. Are you guys excited? Could you possibly be excited for these two shows with the looming Zack Snyder Justice League coming? Because for me, it's hard to get excited for these. It really is. I think it's going to be cool to see explore Wakanda more. And I do think Killmonger, that show will be interesting. And I'm sure they're going to do it well. It's just, it's definitely going to be a prequel. So, it's just, I guess it's how they do it. It's how they bring it to the audience, and how they capitalize on Michael B. Jordan and his success. On whether it does well in the MCU or not. All right. Do you think Daredevil will get rebooted in the MCU? I hope not. Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio need to come back in the MCU. They are amazing. Listen, I'm all for Vinny and Charlie being back. Speculation has it that Charlie did film scenes for Spider-Man 3, although that cannot be confirmed or denied. But I think if he did shoot scenes, he is definitely shooting them as Matt Murdock. I do not think he is some random Joe Schmo. It could be just a nod, and it could be a way of saying goodbye to the character, since we didn't get a final goodbye to Daredevil and that whole Defenderverse. So this could be a way, a nod, a nod to send him off into the sunset. Who knows? I think the only thing we can do is speculate at this point. I mean, Thunderbolts. I don't remember what for. I'm super excited for comic book accurate Zemo outfit. Me too. Oh my God. I'm a huge Zemo fan. I really am. Huge Zemo fan. Always been a Zemo fan. And I think he is one of the better villains in, the Captain America kind of lore and the Marvel lore in general. Zemo is such a cool character. There's so much to tell because he's got such a dense backstory. In some comics, he's got military background, and others he doesn't. So I'm glad they did go with, they kind of tied it into Sokovia, and I thought that was done really well. Gavin Cooley says, dope. Is it Cooley or Collie? Agreed. Bullseye from Daredevil season 3 would be perfect for the Thunderbolts. I am so glad that they did Bullseye the way that they did Bullseye, because we all know Big Ben's Bullseye. Big Ben, his Daredevil got. I mean, Colin tried to do it. He tried. I thought he did okay, but it was just so goofy. And that movie. By the way, y'all get in the comments and make fun of Big Drip. Ben Affleck's Daredevil is his favorite movie of all time. Remember where mine's Titanic? His is Ben Affleck's Daredevil. That's a fun fact I bet you guys didn't know. Big Drip does not like Zack Snyder's Batman choice, but he does like Ben Affleck as Daredevil. I think it was the tights that really did it for him. Like the tight leather. I think Justice is really into that. And you guys should let him know how cool that is. Oh, I already played this one. It's going to happen. That is actually all the graphics I have. I thought I had more. We do have a couple more things to talk about. So, let me get the banner ready. Netflix has canceled plans for their live action Legend of Zelda series due to an employee leaking the information online. This is the problem with leaks, because now that person has screwed over a whole fan base from getting to see their favorite character on screen in a live action series due to him trying to make a couple dollars or whatever it was. So this is the problem with internet leaks. This is what we need to understand, that leaks, yeah, it's cool that we get to get some sort of information or we know what's happening. But 10 years ago, when we didn't know, we were surprised when things happened. You know, when you heard about, when you went to the movies and you sat down and a new trailer came on that you had never heard of or didn't know was happening, there was that feeling that you got, right? That awe feeling, that crazy, oh my God, right? The trailers, most people look forward to them. Now, I don't think necessarily that's the case, right? Because A, we've already all seen the trailers that we want to see online. And B, we know everything before it happens. There's no surprises anymore. And this is the problem with that. You can literally get, Netflix was like, nah, son, sorry, it ain't happening. Like, no surprise. Sorry, we're not doing it. And listen, I give props to Netflix. I really do. Whether you're a Legend of Zelda fan or not, I give props to Netflix for saying, no, I'm not doing it anymore. Sorry, it was supposed to be a surprise, or we didn't want anyone to know about it yet. And they pulled the plug on it. You'll get it in 4 years when you forgot about it. So you know what, Netflix, I commend you. Good job. People need to learn their lesson. And I hope that employee loses his job. I really do. There's no place for it. I get it. Like our show kind of benefits from leaks, right? Podcasting benefits from knowing information. But I still commend it. I really do. Caden said he sends some to me. So what do you guys? Justice needs to be educated. God, I love Caden. He's so funny. Yes, he does. So, by the way, Justice is going to get an education in BVS Ultimate Edition come February 13th. Please, guys, if you've ever wanted to see Justice look like a fool, come watch us on the 3rd. Come watch us all of February. Starting tomorrow. By the way, tomorrow night, live at 8 p.m. The Pop Culture Corner, Sean O'Connell talking about the release to Snyder Cut, The True Story, told by Sean O'Connell, his novel. We're doing the damn thing. You won't want to miss it. Please, guys, definitely make sure to come over tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and check that show out. Tomorrow's going to be so much fun. Jack, our producer, it's his first time ever meeting Sean. So, I'm sure he'll have some questions that, that he's been cooking up. Jack's been really busy lately with the project that we're working on, but he's going to take some time off and he's going to come talk to Sean with us. And it's going to be really fun. And I hope you guys will all tune in and, come with some questions for Sean about his book. I'll do the same thing. I'll put him on screen like this. I wish Netflix would do live action Voltron. It's long overdue. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Let's see here. What did Nick say? I don't think they actually canceled Zelda if that's the reason. It seems like a publicity move. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, so tomorrow, 8 p.m., everyone that's here tonight, you better be there tomorrow. Because if not, it's over. Our relationship together is over. Just kidding, it's not. But I'd really appreciate you guys being there. You guys are all my favorite people. I love talking to you. What else we got? Tomorrow's going to be fun, though. I think that was it, honestly. Let's go back to this. So Zack Snyder shared the new picture on Vero of Joker. So what do we think? All right, so Lightcast podcast says that in David Ayer's Suicide Squad, the Joker offers up his goons to be the first round of parademons for Darkseid and Steppenwolf. Well, for Steppenwolf, but ultimately for Darkseid. For Darkseid. I'm sorry. That was stupid. So, the nightmare happens. Whatever time jump there is, there's obviously going to be some sort of time jump. Why is the Joker now working against Darkseid? If what Lightcast said was true, and that's a real scene in David Ayer's Suicide Squad, why is the Joker working against Darkseid now? Do you think he regrets what he did? Do you think he didn't anticipate his actions? And if you think about this, and this is an interesting way of looking at it, the Joker exists only because Batman exists. If there's no Batman, all right, take away the Joker, right? Like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker story, because there was no Batman in that story. And that's an Elseworld story, whatever. Or like a Black Label story. The Joker exists purely because Batman exists. I think if everything is the way it sounds, Joker offers up his goons because, yes, he wants to be on the winning side, right? And he's a villain, and he wants the other villain to not kill him or whatever. The Joker's a smart guy, right? He's going to work with the powerhouse. So he offers his goons up to Darkseid, to Steppenwolf, whoever, and says, here, take them, turn them into the first wave. Are we good now? Don't hurt me. I helped you out. You helped me out. Years later, now we're in the nightmare sequence. The nightmare sequence has come to fruition. The Joker is now confirmed. This part is confirmed to be helping the remaining Justice League, or whoever's left, retrieve the mother box to power the cosmic treadmill in order for the Flash to go back in time to warn Bruce Wayne in BVS about what's coming, and to find the League or whatever. Why is he helping? Why is he? I think that he realizes that what he did was stupid, because in doing so, he helped pretty much end the world. And if there's no world, there's potentially no Batman. If there's no Batman, then there doesn't need to be a Joker anymore. And that's what he lives for. He lives for Batman. We've heard it several times in other stories. He's like a dog. He's chasing cars, and he doesn't know what to do if he ever would catch it. Like, I think that was the Joker catching the car, and then he didn't know what to do with it, right? In some twisted way, he's now helping because he doesn't want the world to end. And I think, like, Justice doesn't want the Joker to be working with Batman. Well, it's happened several times in the comic books or in the source material. The story just has to call for it. It has to be the right way. It can't be just like some random Joe Schmo villain. It can't be Clockman or, the Penguin, right? Even though the Penguin's a pretty bad character. The story has to be right. The circumstances have to be right. And I think the nightmare, Darkseid, blood, war-torn Earth, I think that is a circumstance that qualifies. So I'd be curious as to get you guys' thoughts on that, on what you think of my little theory. Oh, okay, Josh, fine. I'm happy. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us tomorrow. I really do appreciate that. Command for Darkseid. How crazy would it be if Evil Nightmare Superman impales Joker with his arm? A reference to Injustice, which is also an Elseworld story. Injustice is actually now canon too. I guess technically, because So it's technically canon. It's technically not canon. DC kind of retconned everything and made everything somewhat canon recently. So, Injustice, like, that is a good story, right? And it would be foolish for them to not have that as like some form of canon. I think that Darkseid Superman impaling the Joker, like with his fist or arm, I think that'd be such a cool shout out. And you know, once Barry goes back in time and changes and fix the world, or stops, and then they end up stopping Darkseid, the Joker will be back alive. So if they get to do that and they don't do it, or Zack doesn't do it, I think it's a missed opportunity for sure for us to see how terrible Darkseid Superman is. I mean, he did it to Batman and BVS, the same kind of thing that he did. So we kind of have already seen like the Injustice style Superman when he puts his arm through, or essentially we don't get to see it completely, but it looks like he kills Batman and puts his arm through him. So for him to do that to Joker would be a direct call to in the Injustice storyline. And I think that'd be 100%, awesome fan service. And then if when we get, hopefully, I think, so the pop culture corner, we're just going to say when we get Justice League 2 and 3 from Zack Snyder, Joker will be back alive because, they'll have fixed this issue eventually with Darkseid. So Joker won't be gone forever. He'll just be gone, for that timeline, that particular nightmare timeline. I think this image is so fucking cool though, man. I just want to keep looking at it. Definitely. Now tell me, am I okay at least in saying that kind of looks like Joaquin Phoenix? Does it not kind of look like Heath Ledger or Joaquin Phoenix's Joker? Or is it just me? Or am I just crazy? I can sort of see Jared Leto, like the harder I look and the more I want it to be. I just think it's kind of cool. And like, he looks so much better. Like, this blurry ass image of Joker is better than the whole Joker story and live action sequences that we got in the theatrical cut of Suicide Squad. So Zack Snyder has encapsulated the Joker in one picture. And Warner Brothers couldn't do that in a whole movie with the theatrical cut of Suicide Squad. How ironic is that? Yes, it does. When he is first putting on his makeup. Yeah. I think they're going for Phoenix or Ledger. Yeah. They want to distance themselves from Suicide Squad. Yeah. They definitely do. So what I had said the other day on our stream, so the day that Zack Snyder's Justice League got its release date, Jack and I did a stream. And what I said there was, by the way, sorry, losing a little bit of focus there. I got to do something. This white background is consistently making the camera white balance, like awesome, all the time. I got to figure out how to stop that from happening. I can see it on both of my TVs that it's like, doesn't look like it should. But if you guys actually think about it, the first time we're going to get to see the Joker is in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I would not count. So the first time we get to see what David Ayer's vision for the Joker is going to be in Zack's movie, because we didn't really get the Joker that was supposed to be in the movie. We got like the H&M version. Oh, by the way, what was this? It's rumored that Evan Peters is in WandaVision as Quicksilver. Oh, okay. So this is the other thing that we have to talk about. Does this mean Fassbender is Magneto, please? I love his portrayal of the character so much. You're really into that Fassbender Magneto. That's like the third, fourth time I've heard you say that, or like say that you want him back. Then that's cool, right? I think he's a great. I think he's a great Magneto. I just like you like him a lot, which is awesome. So we'll finish up with this. Not finish up. Isn't Deathstroke also in the Nightmare timeline? Yes. Deathstroke, Joker, Cyborg, Flash, Batman, potentially Mera. And I think that's the ones that we know about. I think those 6 are the ones that we know about. Or 5, and then possibly Mera. Because I do know that Mera might be in it. We didn't get the Joker. We just got a joke. Wow, that was an awesome one. I'm gonna have to use that, honestly. I'm gonna use that. All right, guess. All right, so let's take all the banners off here. Elizabeth Olsen today, or maybe not today. I don't know when it was, but Elizabeth Olsen said that there is a cameo in WandaVision that is on par with Luke Skywalker being in The Mandalorian. We know that Doctor Strange is going to be in WandaVision. At the end, I don't think that that's what they're referring to. They can't be, because Elizabeth Olsen's comment was, I'm really excited for the fans to see who it is. Who do you guys think? And I think that's what you're referring to here when you said the Evan Peters thing. This thing. It's rumored that Evan Peters is in WandaVision as Quicksilver. So who do you think is going to be cameoing in WandaVision? Is it Doctor Strange, which we already know about, and they're just, kind of trying to downplay it and pretend that that was a rumor so that they could bring him in as that cameo? Do you think it's Iron Man possibly in some twisted twisted way in her mind? Do you think it's Thanos? Maybe her seeing Thanos pull the stone out of Vision's head? What do you think? I'd be fully on board with the young Fox X-Men verse staying intact and coming in through the multiverse. Yes, me too. Nicotina and I were talking about this. Sorry, Ajna. We think either Xavier or Magneto. Charles Xavier does play a huge part in House of M. So if it were, I will, and for any of you that don't know, I know Gavin knows because he does it with us now, apparently. Gavin, are you like a regular now on that panel? I don't understand. I thought you were just doing that one time. But we do a watch party with WandaVision over at the Nicotina Show. And if Charles Xavier, if the Fox young version of Xavier were to show up in WandaVision, and that's how they introduce mutants, I think that's going to be awesome. I think that'll be great. I don't think it's going to be Magneto. I know Gavin's holding out hope, he's holding out big hope for Magneto, but it will not serve the purpose. Like, it wouldn't make sense to the story. But the good news is if Charles Xavier comes, Magneto's not far behind, right? So I think you can hold on. If we get one, we'll get the other. It's not going to be Magneto, though. I'm sorry. It just doesn't serve a purpose. House of M, Charles Xavier is the one who, he's an Omega level mutant. Wanda is an Omega level mutant. And she is the daughter of Magneto, so I suppose. But if they wanted it to be like, if they wanted it to like hold weight, they're gonna bring Charles Xavier in. They're going to bring Charles Xavier. He is the only person strong enough to break through to Wanda to wake her up, because he is on a same level of OP. Like Charles Xavier is way OP. Wanda is now becoming like Omega level, like can do whatever she wants. If she goes dark side, it's over kind of levels. So I think Charles Xavier, I think honestly, if you look around, if you scan the Marvel universe, who do they have in the MCU that could even remotely get her to snap out of it? I'll wait. It's nobody. Nobody. Not a single character in the Marvel universe. Maybe Vision could, but if Vision was alive, we wouldn't be in this circumstance at all, this scenario at all. I think it could potentially be Evan Peters as Quicksilver and Charles Xavier, or I think it could be, who was I just thinking of? Let's see what this is. Yeah, man, they could skip all the origins and team building, makes Fox movies canon, that we can get to AVX faster. My favorite storylines from the comics. Our top 10 video also features AVX, so make sure to tune into that. Yes, I know. So I just don't think it'll be Magneto. I don't. I think it's if they were gonna make sense of it, I don't think Strange could snap her out of it. No, I don't. He could maybe get inside of her head, or he could get in unscathed, but I don't think he could snap her out of what's going on. I don't think he's powerful enough or has the juice to wake her up out of this illusion. I think her pain is so deep and intertwined that you need a character like Xavier. Because if Doctor Strange could have done it, he would have done it in the comic, right? Or they would have at least brought him into the story in the comic book to play that part and wake her up. But no, they brought Xavier in because Xavier's on her level with the like telekinetic powers and stuff like that. Doctor Strange is very strong. He's very powerful in the mystic arts. He's the Sorcerer Supreme. I just don't think this is a job for him. I think he is going to be in the show for a different reason. And I think he's going to take her under her wing when she does finally snap out of it. And that's the reason for the crossover with her going to join him in his second outing as his second solo film. But what do you guys think? Do you think it is Doctor Strange? Do you think it's Evan Peters? Do you think it's the Fox X-Men? Which I'd be okay with, honestly. The only problem you're going to have is you don't have Mystique anymore. Because she dies. She dies in Dark Phoenix. Jennifer Lawrence didn't want to play the character anymore anyway. So Raven or Mystique is gone. It's going to be tough to sign, or get them all back together, sign new contracts. I think most of them will be okay with it. And that would also allow for, so Deadpool's already like confirmed to be Ryan Reynolds, but that would also make it easier on the whole Deadpool thing because the whole Fox universe is there. And now you don't have to do such a powerful, or you don't have to like stretch yourself to explain why Deadpool is the only Fox character, right? Which is a hole that we thought for a while that they were going to dig themselves into was they were going to recast the whole X-Men franchise except Deadpool. And it was like, well, you're going to have to explain that. Even though Deadpool breaks the fourth wall, you still have to explain why he's the only one from the Fox universe that ended up in the Marvel universe or the proper Marvel universe. And I mean, Beast, Xavier, several of them like had little, like when they opened the door in Deadpool 2 and they had like a bunch of the characters in there, technically that, you know, that put those together. So now we've directly seen Deadpool and those guys together on screen. So if you were to bring Deadpool over but not anyone else, you're going to have a hard time explaining that, even though it's Deadpool. And yeah, you would save a lot of time on recasting. It's just whether or not Marvel thinks that those actors are good for those roles and whether they are not, they could tell a story better than the one that Fox did. Because that's the problem with absorbing those characters, right? Is, you know, we've already had an X-Men reboot. To do it a third time just to bring them into the Marvel universe, you're going to turn a lot of people off. But you do start fresh. But then you have the Deadpool problem. So do you think the X-Men lineup as it stands or as it stood for Dark Phoenix is worth bringing into the Marvel universe? Let's answer that. Legion could definitely snap her out of it. Oh, Legion is another one. Legion, my God. I mean, I think he's stronger than Xavier, actually. Yep, Xavier. Check my Twitter. I think they might recast some of them and keep all the good ones. Yeah. Saves a lot of time. I want Alexandria Ship Storm back so bad. Yeah, she was really good. I thought she was so much better than Halle Berry. No offense to Halle Berry, but I think she was, I wasn't like the original X-Men, the original Fox X-Men. I thought some of them were cast well, but others weren't. And I think you could say that with everybody or with a lot of different franchises. So the Killmonger thing wasn't true? I don't know, man. Who'd you ask? Oh, and I already knew about all this stuff too. So if the Killmonger series isn't true, which I never said it was true, I said it was potentially true. That I saw it from a source that I usually trust. And if they, you know, gave me false leads, then that's going to be an issue, and I will never trust them again. But we'll figure that out. But thank you for that, Caden. I do appreciate that. So the Wakanda series is the only one as of right now that's 100% in the works. I guess the Killmonger one isn't necessarily, or we don't know yet. Well, I'll find that out for you. Damn. I don't like throwing people under the bus. The person who sent that to me is a very reliable person. And that's a little bit that's frustrating a little bit. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. So Disney's also going to be releasing 2 to 4 trailers during the Super Bowl. Which ones do you think they're going to be? For me, I'd say Eternals. Maybe a longer Loki trailer, a longer Falcon and the Winter Soldier trailer, and if they did 4, maybe another Black Widow trailer or a Shang-Chi, because Shang-Chi we haven't seen anything from Shang-Chi, and it's approaching. So if they want to do that, I think a good idea would be Eternals and Shang-Chi for theatrical, and for Disney Plus, hit us with full-length feature trailers for Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki. I think that's a good idea. It's a smart way to do it, and I think that's probably what the most likely case scenario is. Legion is probably the strongest mutant because his power is infinite and dangerous. Yeah, the Legion show just didn't hit me too well either. I love the first season of Legion. The second one, I tried to watch it 5 different times. Every single time, I would stop after the first episode. I rewatched the first episode like 5 times, trying to kick back and start it again. I really liked the first season. After that, I don't know what happened to it. It just got way out there for me. I'm going to pull my chair over. So, yeah, Legion's power is scary. My picks are Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, Hawkeye. Ooh, maybe Miss Marvel. Hopefully Eternals or Shang-Chi. See, that's the thing. So I think, wow, I didn't even realize I'm being blocked hard, though. It's because my picks are Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel. Well, that would be 4 right there. Bye-bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you have. That's okay, though. I would love to see all of those. Maybe, because, all right, if I'm wrong, was the Falcon and Winter Soldier one a full-length trailer? Maybe they don't give us Falcon and Winter Soldier. Maybe they don't give us Loki because we've already seen them, right? We've already seen something of them. And they give us Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Eternals, and Shang-Chi. Or potentially something to do with Moon Knight. No, they couldn't. No, not Moon Knight. I'm thinking Bad Batch, Boba Fett, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Shang-Chi, and Cruella. Oh, I forgot about Cruella. Because you got to think that Disney Plus isn't just Marvel. So, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Second season is crazy once it gets going. Maybe I'll try to go back and watch it for the 6th time. I just want to see some Moon Knight stuff. Literally just showing the outfit would make my day. Yeah, it really would. I've been waiting for Moon Knight for so long. I've been saying bring Moon Knight to the screen for about 7 years now. Because I got big into Moon Knight comics for like a year and a half. And like I read like almost every comic that I could find of him. And wait, Disney Plus isn't just Marvel? No, it's not. They got this small property called Lucasfilm and Star Wars. Very small, very minor, very niche. No one really knows it. But if you do like it, you're considered like a hipster. So I don't think they have any the Book of Fett stuff yet. I don't think they filmed anything yet. So I don't think that would be something that they show. Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier is full trailer. That's out. Yeah, I figured. I was going to say, I thought that was a full length. So we've already got full length trailers for Loki. We've already got full length trailer for Falcon and Winter Soldier. The Loki one was a full length trailer, but I think that was more of a teaser, kind of. So maybe we get another Loki one. Maybe actually, I think definitely Eternals. So let's go down the list. Right, I'll get my pad of paper here. This is what we're gonna wrap it up on, by the way. So Eternals, right? That is 100% going to be one of them. I already know it. I have a gut feeling. So I'm going to say 100% Eternals. So we have 3. Let's just assume that Disney Plus is dropping 4. Let's just assume 4 for the sake of having fun. Eternals, a 100%. Let me check one thing real quick before I go on. Okay. Including one Hulu spot. I didn't see that part. Young Apocalypse and Eternals. Young Thanos in Eternals, you mean? You're telling me that Book of Boba Fett already filmed? Oh, okay. October, November, December. So it filmed. Okay, all right. How come I never heard anything about that filming? How come I'm retarded or something? Maybe they can just do Disney Plus Real like last year's Super Bowl. We got the WandaVision, Loki, Falcon, and Winter Soldier first look. That's potential. That is definitely potential. Punisher and Moon Knight. That'd be sick. So Eternals will be 100%. What's going to be the Hulu one then? Will that be Alien? Maybe? No, probably not. So Eternals, 100%. Eternals, 100%. I'm going to go with Miss Marvel at 50%. Miss Marvel at 50%. Just because I don't know if they're going to be ready for that yet. Book of Boba Fett apparently has already filmed some stuff. So Book of Fett, if that's the case, The Mandalorian did tease it at the end of season 2. So I'll give that a 75%. Shang-Chi, I'm going to give an 80% because we haven't seen anything from it and it's deadline. So like it's approaching very soon. So what the 4 that I think it'll be, I don't think it'll be Bad Batch. I don't know if that's a Super Bowl worth spot. I think it'll be Eternals, Book of Fett, Shang-Chi, and the 4th one I really just don't know if there is 4. The Hulu one, I have no idea because I forget what Hulu projects are in the works besides the Alien one. What is that, Cooking with Selena Gomez or something like that? I have no idea. Just kidding. That's another show, though, that I've heard that she's in. All right. So we've had some fun. We've talked some things. And we've been doing some stuff. Alrighty. Tomorrow, because I do have to get ready for bed. Because we have a big day tomorrow. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Join us live. So he's going to be coming on at 8. So he's going to join us in studio at 8. I would say we probably go live at like 8:15 p.m. with Sean O'Connell. We'll be talking Release the Snyder Cut live right here. Same spot. Almost the same time with your boy TY, some idiot named Big Drip, and producer Jack, and Sean O'Connell. All 4 of us talking, having a good time, and talking Release the Snyder Cut. So who wouldn't want to do that with us? It's going to be a really good time. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed. If you'd like to become a patron of the Pop Culture Corner, I'll put the link in the description. You can contribute whatever you want, $1, $5, $10, and you get access to all the same stuff. We understand it's a pandemic. Not everyone's working, and not everyone's, it's hard to make ends meet right now. So we're not going to penalize you. For now, we're not doing tiers. We're just doing whatever you can afford. Plus, we're in no place to charge $10 for whatever. As always, I love you. thank you for joining me tonight. It's been so fun. I always love engaging. I always love talking to you guys. And I always love discussing the future and discussing things that are in the works and any news that we get, and doing it in real time, talking to my favorite people ever. Make sure, again, like I said, to watch last week's or the latest podcast. It's a really, really fun episode. We don't do too much news this week. We did a lot, like somewhat of the news, but we really did just like talk and have a good conversation the whole time. We talked about that whole GameStop scenario, scandal, and that whole crazy thing, which one of the viewers, my buddy Nick, he sent me the video. I still don't understand what the fuck happened. I'm a dummy when it comes to that kind of stuff, so I don't think I was ever going to understand it. But maybe we can have one of you on and you guys can explain it to me in layman's terms. But guys, become a patron. Donate to my mom's breast cancer link. Come join us tomorrow. Watch the latest podcast. Tune in this week for Rizzy, a rapper, a local rapper, first in studio interview, and we have so much more planned. Welcome to our month-long guest spot. You're gonna like it, and you're gonna love who I've got planned. Here is the promotion.
There was a time above, a time before. There were perfect things, diamond absolutes. Things fall, things unearthed. And what falls is fallen.
Release the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
That's not my problem.
I think a real
Everyone, this is Chad Michael Collins, aka Echo 31, and on behalf of the Pop Culture Corner, I just want to say we do it for you, we do it for the culture.